the skin was missing, hanging from the tree, etc., etc. But the thing is that after everything was said and done, they found radiation at the campsite. Wait.
What the fuck?
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tell me, boy.
Ooh, oh, damn. Oh, testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back out of that. You're crack addicts.
Ooh, and he pronounced it correctly this time. Welcome back to Parent Radio Podcast. I am your humble host, Trebles Garcia, and joining me in the 1s and 2s is the best coast in the motherfucking planet, Big Tech. Salute.
Shaking bacon. We're shaking bacon.
Everything's shaking, you know. We're out here on the last week of the year, and on the last episode of the year, we're gonna end with a fucking banger for all of the people that are tuning back in and all the new listeners. This is Parent Radio Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Big Tank, how was your holiday?
It was all gravy, big dog. It was gravy as hell. Everything was good. No issues.
Mm.
Ate a lot. Had good times. Can't complain, big dog. What about you?
I had a good time. Tell me a little bit about what you got gifted.
Your cheeks.
Did.
On the first day of Christmas, Santa gave to me
Trebles butt cheeks. we were on the same tone and everything, dog. We think alike, dog. We think alike. All right. And he's hitting you with the melatonin sounds. The Big Tech, please collect the randomizing machine and give you the preview review.
Randomizing machine, do your thing.
Paranoid Radio.
That is right, guys. This is the preview review where I read you a review from Apple Podcasts. That is right. You says, I'm hooked, 5 stars. You guys are so funny in Spanish and in English. Great vibes all the time. Very funny while spreading knowledge, comma. Thank you guys for being brave and speaking truth out to the world. Thank you for taking time out of your day to speak some facts. The beauty. Now, guys, I'm not choosing these because they're important people, but this is real life reviews and Apple Podcasts by one of the hardest and most loyal listeners. Be Beauty, this episode goes out to you. Thank you so much for that preview review on Apple Podcasts. Guys, if you guys want me to read the reviews on loud to you guys live on the show, make sure you go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Absolutely free and drop a faster review.
Absolutely free.
Absolutely. No, fuck you, Big Tech. If you're gonna jump onto this next segment,
the flea.
Make sure you fucking do a great job, okay, Big Tech?
It's lucha. It's the way you life. You remember that show? Hey, you remember that show, Big Dog?
I remember that show.
Lucha. It's the way you life. Ooh.
All right. Hey, and before we go on to what is happening, what would be your luchador name?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
El Tanque.
El Tanque. And you have like a big ass cannon coming out of your forehead.
And then it'd be like a power bomb, and I'd call that the cannon.
All right. It's a bird. It's a plane.
What about yours?
No. Wait.
Hold on, bitch.
This is No, this is a preview review.
And you can't say el esqueleto, all right?
El esqueleto? I'll probably be El Toucan.
Hey, fool, you be esqueleto for Christmas. I mean, for Halloween, you down?
I'm down for next year. Fool, we gotta post the fucking images up though. All right, guys. Big Tech. It's the last one of the year, dog. Make sure you go with the banger. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Paranoid Radio. Big Tech. What is happening?
What is happening, my people? You know the deal. This is the best segment of this show.
The best segment. Sorry. I had to make fun of you, dog. Little bitch.
You already know. I'm gonna give you guys 2 stories, and I want you guys' official 2 inputs, and I want you guys to tell me what you guys are feeling and what you guys are not feeling, because I'm gonna take your 2 cents from my 2 cents, and I'm gonna deposit that bitch into the bank of knowledge.
Listen to that, baby. Wait, that's not it. The bank of knowledge.
As you can tell, some people are still in holiday season, to say
Dog.
the very least.
Yes, bro. My mind is in mush. What you got for what is happening, brother?
Ooh, I got a doozy for you, one big dog.
Mm.
So, as you guys might not have known, or if you guys are or are not aware, a lot of people got Monday off for the whole sense of it landing on a weekend.
That's right, because we're all
So-
drunks and woke up fucking hammered. Sorry.
So a lot of people got Monday off. Okay,
Yeah.
which is basically when it comes down to the whole them having to give you a certain amount of holidays or whatever it is.
Mhm.
There was actually a complaint launched that they should have given you 2 days off because it just didn't feel like Christmas happened.
What the fuck? Wait.
Okay, exactly. Okay, so this complaint was brought up to a company, hashtag go look this up, where this toy manufacturing company actually held a strike against its HR, against its employers, because they felt returning back on Tuesday was not good enough.
And when did they want to return?
Exactly my point. Okay,
What the fuck?
So I understand if it's Wednesday, Thursday, and you have to come back Friday, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I get it. But at this point, are we just quote unquote being millennials about it?
Wait, dog. Hey, fool, dog.
Hey,
wait.
no. Shut up.
Okay,
We're
I'll
not the
shut up.
same. We are not the same by any matters. I am a millennial, 110% Gen Zs, whatever goes on, Generation X, whatever goes on after that. I don't give a flying fuck. But it does tend to be that the younger crowd complains about everything. I don't know if you saw I don't know if you saw the video of a guy complaining about Starbucks because he had to work an 8-hour shift, big dog.
That's called a full-time job.
Exactly.
What the
My
fuck?
point. Okay, so I'm gonna have to say that as far as this the way it's going, I'm gonna have to say it was probably the younger crowd, because I know for a damn fact my dad was itching to get back to work, and that's why he had the weekend off. He was ready to go Monday, but he got up ready to go Monday.
Word.
They told him, "Oh no, the shops are closed." He goes, "Oh, word." He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, then I guess I'll stay." My dad was ready to rock and roll, big dog.
That's right.
Hey, and I'm gonna have to be honest. I really want to say it's more the younger generation that I want to even say feels entitled.
Yeah, dude, too fucking
I'm not saying that,
privileged.
I'm not saying everyone.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but I will say a lot of the majority. I feel they feel really entitled. They want all the money. They want to spend all this money. They want to max out their credit cards, but they don't want to pay for it.
Hey, can I talk shit here? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something.
Of course.
I see these fucking younger generation people, guys, and I'm a millennial. Fuck y'all. I was born in the 90s. Look, dog, I'm gonna tell you something. I can talk shit because we're amongst the same fucking generation, all right? I'm allowed to.
We different breeds, though.
We're different breeds, though. Check this out. Like, I see people that are. This is the image of them. Vapors that thought that they could be fucking rappers, failed at rapping at 17, 18 years old, lived at their mom's house, and then got fucking caught up with COVID, lived that lazy lifestyle, and now that the shit's hitting the fan and you have to work, inflation's up the roof. You can't put gas in your fucking 1990s Civic that has a broken tire and broken cracked windows with tape on the back. You think the world belongs to you. And you don't have to.
Not only that, big dog. You know how many people are begging and crying for another stimulus?
Oh
Even
my
though
God.
technically one was just received, or it was a gas one, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I want to say stimulus has helped out a lot of people, but it also made a lot of people nothing but crybabies, big dog.
Dog, this whole country creates these type of people, bro. I don't know any other country that gives you free cell phone, free Wi-Fi, free healthcare, free not free healthcare, fucking free. They pay your rent, they give you free money, general relief, and on top of that, give you free stimulus for COVID. In Mexico, you know what people were doing? COVID almost didn't exist. If you died out of COVID, boo-hoo, so bad, too bad. You keep on working. Like, people grinded non-stop.
They
It's only here.
couldn't. They honestly couldn't. I mean, I know that for a fact.
Too privileged.
So,
Weak times make fucking, weak men, I guess.
110%, big dog. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just can't see it in a place where it's like this. To be honest, you get me? It's honestly, I don't mean to talk shit or anything.
The value of money, fool, it has devalued so much with younger generation. Like, they don't know what it is to work your ass up, get some cash in your hands, and actually get your pay the check to check, right, to pay your rent, and barely have enough to pump gas to go back to work. Like, they don't know what the struggle is and the value of money and how valuable it is to get money and what it takes to do it.
They all want money, but they don't want to do the work for it.
Absolutely.
I honestly want to say the internet has a major downfall to this, with people becoming social influencers. There's nothing wrong with that. But only so many people are gonna make that.
Yeah.
So many people are gonna be able to do that. It's like becoming a popular singer. Not everybody can do it. If everybody could do it, everybody would be doing it, but they can't. I think I want to say that's what it comes down to. I mean, I'm hoping my kids don't end up like that, because if they are, they're gonna get massive ass whooping, letting it be known. You get me? December 27th, you already know, kids, y'all gonna get a major ass whooping left and right. So that is the ending of that story. Let's jump on to the next one, my people.
That is right.
So for a while, we've all seen, I don't know, I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family that
Mr. Popularity over here.
No, shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
Why are you mad?
Hold up.
Hey,
hold
it's
up,
the last day
ninja,
of the it's the last day of the year.
Ninja Turtle, wait your turn, alright?
With your twin?
Hey, exactly.
All right.
So marriage is on the rise, my people. Believe it or not.
What?
I want to say we all know a lot of people, friends, family, whatever it may be, that live together, but not actually get married even after they have kids. So they've done a study, and at the ending of 2022, marriage has seen a 4% increase, which isn't a lot. I'm not going to tell you it is.
Wow.
But it has seen a 4% increase. And I want to ask, how do you feel about that, big dog? Because honestly, in my eyes, I thought the culture was basically going to abolish marriage to a certain degree.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe, okay, I'm thinking maybe this 4% went up on marriage because they allowed same-sex marriage throughout. It's more so normalized now. Maybe that's what it gave it a little hump. But if it's not just gay marriage and also heterosexual marriage, traditional type of stuff, look, fool, I honestly thought that OnlyFans was on the rise. I thought that all these stuff, that cheating was on the rise, that toxic masculinity was on the rise. I thought that the feminists were winning. Like, you don't need a man in your social square anymore. So I was thinking that this statistic was wrong until now that you brought it up. That I'm shocked to know
so
that.
Am I. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. We know a lot of people that just said, "Fuck it, we don't need to get hitched. We love each other.
Word.
We have kids or whatever it is. It's just a piece of paper." Which
I used to think like that.
Technically, it is. Oh, that's right. You did get hitched.
Yeah, I used to think, I used to be like, we already live together. I already pay her shit, like her bills and stuff. Like, why do I need to get married with her? Until you found out that marriage, it's not only, I want to say, a good business deal, not on the long term, but a business deal for taxes or whatever. But it also, even having kids is a good business deal here in the U.S., right? But it's also like a show of traditional values towards the woman, and you want to have like the whole family party, whatever, the ideas and the memories, and it's just a build up of what being with this person means, if she is or he is your best friend, and the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? You got hitched really early.
It wasn't that early, bitch. I was 22, 23. It wasn't that early. It's young by our standards, but I mean,
dog, I got married at 30, dog. So it's like,
okay. I want to say I was before my prime. I want to say you were way after your prime.
What the fuck? Wait. Fuck you and fuck your dirty little mouth for talking shit.
Your wife was like the fisherman. Fucking anything's good at the end of the day.
What?
It's time to go home.
Dude, dog, if you want to talk about fish, I'm a catch, dog. Like, I am a swordfish catch, dog. Like, wait. I don't know how that sounded. I'm not trying to say I have a thin nose or anything. It's just, I'm a good catch. God damn it. I'm like a Pacific bluefin tuna. I'm like a fucking Alaskan salmon, dog. Like, spicy and expensive and pink in the inside, dog. We're all pink in the inside. Fuck you. You're an asshole for that. Oh,
I'm gonna
damn.
have to say I got married before quote unquote prime, but you were like the last dead fish that you see in the African rivers floating up, and they're like, "Fuck it, I gotta eat," right?
Tag. You premature ejaculate, you premature get married, you were premature born, you're premature in everything, all right? Just sit down, you little late bloomer, you.
Oh, you shut up, you fucking old man Rivers over here.
You know what, dog? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this
You're
segment
the
now.
definition of a Mexican household with it. That's like 60. The girl's like 20, and they're like, "Oh, is that your grandpa?"
Hey, dog,
Oh,
my
no,
sister
that's my
married.
husband.
My sister married a
Oh, she
25-year older
did. Oh,
man.
she did, yes.
Paulie, rest in peace, Paulie. Like she was 15 when he was 31. Yeah, I know. Hey, it happened. It's just now they have 4 kids together. He has passed on. So, yeah, I've been there, done that, seen that, lived that. All right, big
That
time.
was it
Fuck
for
this.
what is happening. I appreciate it, and I guess my people, if you're running out of luck and you have to go home already, whatever's good is good.
Yeah, well, 2023 is around the corner, so make sure you fucking get hitched quick.
On to regular schedule broadcasting.
That is right, Big Tank. Thank you for those 2 amazing stories. As always, doing a great job. And, ladies and gentlemen, to finalize this year, the last episode of 2022, it is an honor for me to bring in a special guest and then also an amazing topic. For those who might not know, our bodies are bioluminescent. Unfortunately, glowing 1,000 times weaker than our eyes can pick up, our glow is forever overlooked. But perhaps other creatures have the glow, and perhaps they dwell among us, manipulating and bending light at their will to hide at plain sight. Well, today is our pleasure to end the year with a giant footprint in the mud. And to do so, we invited an artist, photographer, adventurer, Bigfoot enthusiast, and now Paranoid Radio collaborator. Please give a warm welcome to Nick Taylor from BackWoodzBigFoot YouTube channel and the IG page.
What's up, guys?
Sheesh, salute, brother. What's going on? What's happening?
Chilling, man. Just sitting in the rain, actually. But thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it, man. I'm excited.
We appreciate you. Thank you for so much for sharing your time, your wisdom, and your knowledge and your stories with us on this amazing episode and the final episode of 2022. What an honor to have you here, dude.
I know I feel important being the final episode.
Yeah, it really is. We really try to give a lot of respect, honor, and promotion to the people that we have on our show, other collaborators. We even send out shirts to them. So you're a little late on the list, but hopefully for 2023 on the first batch, we'll send you a shirt for gratitude.
Most definitely.
All right, Nick, tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel, man, and how'd you start in this life, and what inspired you to start this what's called BackWoodzBigFoot YouTube channel?
Yeah, so I've always kind of been into like the paranormal and UFOs and Sasquatch and conspiracy theories, and I actually used to film sports, basically mostly basketball. So.
Wow.
I went to school for video production and graphic design and photography and all that stuff. And I love basketball, but like not as much as I love the weird, the strange, the paranormal.
Absolutely.
It's kind of addicting, as you guys probably already know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I moved out to the Oregon coast. For those who aren't familiar, it's basically the mountains and forests meet the ocean. So it's
oh, nice.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere, basically small town, and
a lot of scenic views, though, right?
Man, it's beautiful, bro.
You should see his posts today. He posted up some stuff, man. Amazing stuff on IG. Yeah,
every day I post on my story just like crazy cool stuff I see, but then I try to post, 3, 4, 5 times a week, like actual posts or reels or whatever. But and then the YouTube channel, I was like, man, what if you could like get paid just to go out and look for Bigfoot, so that was my thought process. Like, I'm doing it anyway. I might as well. I know how to record. I got a nice camera. I got a drone. I got GoPro. I might as well
blog it and put it up.
Yeah, put it up and see what happens. Honestly, though, I I haven't posted a lot on my YouTube channel, mostly been IG, but
Mhm.
I just started them both like this last year. So the IG's doing well, and then YouTube, I got so much footage. I just need to start actually editing and putting it up there. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have an amazing list of images, content, videos on your Instagram page, and that is also on Backwoods Bigfoot, Backwoods with a Z, Backwoods Bigfoot on Instagram. Guys, make sure you check him out, add him up, and look at his art and all his stuff and his daily post on his stories. Now, Nick, I am going to jump onto some information here. I also seen that you post and you're also a wanderer. You're an adventurer. You like to hike. You like to go through the forest. What can you tell us? Do you have an exciting story of a Bigfoot encounter?
Um, I had, yeah. I mean, I got kind of a lot of stories about UFOs or Bigfoot.
Uh-huh.
So about a year ago, or a couple of years ago, we were staying at a cabin on the Oregon coast, like about an hour north of where I live,
Mhm.
and I took the dog out during the day, and we went up in the forest, right? And it was kind of just a normal little look around, see what we find. I actually found a spot where something had dug up a lot of stuff. Like it was
Uh-huh.
probably a bear, but there was large scat or crap or shit, whatever you want to call it,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
like huge, like the size of a pop can, bro.
Wow.
And yeah, so it wasn't normal, definitely not normal. So could have been a Sasquatch, could have been a giant fat guy, I don't know, you know, but it was just weird, out of place.
And that's
Um,
the thing also. We found out, sorry to interrupt you, but
no, you're good.
I know there's like deer and bears and all these other animals that die in the wilderness also get eaten up either by insects or other predators almost immediately. So
Oh
for you
yeah,
to find remains of a Sasquatch or shit, right? Or any other animal like a corpse of an animal, even that's hard to find,
oh yeah,
especially in the wilderness, right? It gets devoured pretty fast. It decomposes even faster.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I rarely, I find bones a lot, but I
Mhm.
rarely find any meat on any bones, like hardly ever. And if you do, it's like just a little bit of hair that something didn't eat. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
a fresh kill is hard to come by. Like sometimes you see birds or like squirrels and stuff, little stuff, but
Uh-huh.
like big animals like deer, elk, or any bear, anything like that, you rarely ever come across that.
How did this story continue?
Okay, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
it was just weird. So that night I go back to the cabin, and it's like 2:30 a.m. and I'm about to go to sleep,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a little neighborhood, but it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. So
Uh-huh.
there's other houses around, but it's really secluded. So, and it's close to where I went up in the woods.
Mhm.
So I'm about to go to bed, and I hear this scream, and I was like, "What in the hell?" And there was a house where like some younger people checked in. I saw them, like 20-year-olds or something. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I think these fools are killing some lady or something. Like it was like blood curdling, crazy
Wow.
scream, right? So
Uh-huh.
I'm like, holy crap! So I grabbed my gun, dude. It was scary. So I go out on the deck, and once I got outside, it didn't sound like a lady scream anymore. It was like a roar, like from a T-Rex type thing. It was the scariest sound I ever heard. Like every hair on my body. You know how people say, "Oh, the hair on your back of your neck stands
Yeah,
up."
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No, this was like every single hair, like fight or flight. Like I was like, dude, we're gonna die. I was like, I can't believe my family's asleep right now. It was so loud. Um,
Wow.
so cut back real quick.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anybody's ever been to the San Francisco Zoo, but they have like a big cat, huge thing there with like lions and tigers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And when I was like 17, I went there, and the tigers go inside, and you're like in this huge cement building, and the guy's feeding the lions, right, with like
Uh-huh.
horse meat. And he's like a famous big cat guy. I guess he's been there for like 60 years or something. I think he's passed on now, but
Uh-huh.
he would talk to the lion, be like, hey, you want this food? And the lion would roar. He's like, I can't hear you. The lion would roar, and you're in a cement box, so it's like
Wow.
bouncing off the walls, like in your chest, like you know, when like you're bumping bass in high school in your car, it
Uh-huh.
goes
Uh-huh.
like that. You know what I mean? So the guy's like, I can't hear you. The lion's just like goes crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, that sound was nothing compared to what I heard
It was
on at that.
amplified.
Oh, dude, it was going through my body. Like I was like, whatever that is, I know it could walk through the wall and just there's
Get
nothing
the
I could
hell out
do.
of here.
Yeah, and
Shit.
it was like 15 times in a row, man. Like it was.
Oh,
Oh,
it kept going.
yeah, it did it like a 20-second roar, and then it'd stop, and I'd be like, oh crap, you know, like stunned, like basically frozen, and then it
Uh-huh.
would happen again. It did it like probably like more like 10 times in a row, just roar. And I was like, I should have went and grabbed my camera and like recorded it, but I was just like,
In shock at that moment, right?
yeah, bro, couldn't even move, dude. I was like, holy crap.
Nick. Oh, his phone went dead again. It's a good story.
It
Oh,
is.
there
It
you
is.
are.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. All right. Nick, I have a question for you, bro.
yeah.
Okay. So do you think this animal, this creature was probably luring you out with the little female screams at first, and then when you popped out, it went all out trying to scare you?
I
Like maybe you were in its domain, in its territory?
I don't know. Yeah, so my crazy conspiracy theory about the whole thing is
Oh, here we go.
I went up in the woods.
Uh-huh.
I was around it, or I went to where it didn't want me to be, or whatever, you know. So
Mhm.
then that night it came back down to where I was, because I was literally like, I could have walked straight up the woods. I drove, but it was like a 3-minute drive to like a pull out, like a uh, logging road.
Mhm.
So it was a straight shot up the mountain from where I was,
Wow.
and that's my crazy idea, you know, that it came down. I was like, hey, don't ever come back up there, type thing. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's true or not. But it felt like it
Well,
at the time. You know what I mean? It was too weird to have that happen, and then right where I was up there poking my head in. You know?
I have there's notes of previous encounters that they say that once they hear the roar, shortly after they smell like a stench in the air. Did you have any of those experiences?
No, oh, I've smelt weird things before, but not that time. That time I was actually on the there was a deck, and I was on the second story.
Uh-huh.
So
well,
and
I
whatever.
mean, it could be possible because you have to remember. Okay, so there's been documented cases where live animals such as cougars, bears, anything up there will actually chase humans even if they're getting shot at. Maybe for all that we know, you throw the animal instinct and you throw some type of human instinct in there. Okay, why don't I go back to make sure that they don't come back?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
Mhm.
it's definitely a possibility.
yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
No, I
Yeah.
feel you, man. I thought that same thing. Like, because bear, and there is bears and cougars and all kinds of stuff up there, and I've heard all the sounds my whole
Mhm.
life, and that wasn't one of them. That was something else, and
What
it
from
wasn't.
you?
It wasn't nice. You know what I mean? It was like something pissed off, basically.
I know you document your adventures out there, and I want to get your. I know you said that you're into conspiracies as well. What is your take? What do you think these animals are, these creatures? Do you think they live in, do you think they hide a plain sight behind, do you think they live in a log? Like, how do you think they live? And if, do they have families? Do they move in pods? Or what's your take on that?
So I think Bigfoot in general now is broken up into two camps, right? It's an ape camp.
Hmm.
It's just a monkey and hiding in the woods, and then
Hmm.
the other one where it's part human or part something. You know what I mean? Not
Uh-huh.
it's not a dumb animal, and
Uh-huh.
I definitely think. I mean, I would say no, but 99% no, that it's not an ape. It's some kind of human hybrid. Uh,
Damn.
all the Native American tribes, almost all, like
Hmm.
97% talk about these things. They
Yes.
know about them,
Hmm.
documented for hundreds of years. They say that they're a tribe of human beings, and that they there's stories of them that they used to trade with these guys and like
What?
communicate with them and stuff like that. So I don't know about you guys, but I got to take all that into account, you know. And then there's been a DNA project that Dave Politis from Missing 401 did,
Uh-huh.
and Melba Ketchum, and they documented the DNA and did DNA samples, and it came back. I can't remember the exact mitochondrial thing, but the mother side of the DNA was
Uh-huh.
human, and the father side was unknown. Like no DNA
What?
matches. So, and then you get all these stories where they can turn into orbs, or they walk into even the Native Americans say they can walk through this dimension and into other dimensions. You know what I
I
mean?
have, that's the theory I have also. I think they could bend the light at their will. Like I mentioned in the intro, we're bioluminescent. We just can't catch the light because it's a
Yeah.
thousand times weaker than our eyes. Which also means that if they have the skill set or ability to bend light around them, these animals are completely being walking into a bending line around them and creating a portal, or just going invisible. We can't fathom their light because our eyes are so weak. The veil is, I want to say, multiplied, thickened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, you mentioned 411, bro. What can you tell us about 411? What is this? I meant, like, I've done very light research on that, and I want to drop bombs on that.
Oh
What
man,
can you tell us about that?
you got to do a whole show on it. It's awesome. And then wait, let me step back one more thing. And then there's a lot of reports over the years of UFOs and Bigfoot being seen. Like groups of people see UFOs, and that then they'll see a bunch of Bigfoot in that area. Or some people have actually even seen UFOs and Bigfoot at the same time. So that's pretty weird.
Uh-huh.
But missing 411 is Dave Politis, which I just mentioned. He's like a former law enforcement homicide detective,
Mm-hmm.
and he stumbled upon all these missing people in
Mm-hmm.
started out as in they were in national parks like Yosemite and stuff. People would go missing under super weird circumstances that baffle the mind, don't make sense.
Uh-huh.
There's actually two movies, and I think they're free right now, like on YouTube and stuff. There's
Mm-hmm.
Missing 411, The Hunted, and then Missing 411. I can't remember the other name of it, but if you just type in Mrs. 411, you'll find it. And then he actually just dropped a new one, Missing 411, The UFO Connection, which just came out like a week ago. But
Uh-huh.
people literally go missing, right? Like sometimes they'll be in a group of people, and you turn around, this person's gone.
Mm-hmm.
They bring in search dogs, which 99% of the time should find that person, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
If it's if it's a normal uh, case where someone disappeared, like, or someone grabbed them, or an animal grabbed them, or they fell off a cliff.
Uh-huh.
uh, those dogs find people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't hide from a dog. Their smell is too powerful. So
Yeah.
these people are just gone out of nowhere, and then sometimes they find them, sometimes they never find them. But if they find them, it's in a weird place where
Yeah.
searchers already looked 300 times, and then a
Uh-huh.
month later their body just shows up there, and
You
they
just
don't.
reminded me. There's a story where there's a kid that got lost, a child. I think he was 7 years old. And he was missing for a lot of time, maybe for, like, I want to say, a couple of hours, almost a day, I believe. I'm not sure. You're gonna correct me if I'm wrong here, if you remember the story. And they searched for the kid down the slope, up the hills, and everything. They ended up finding the kid on top of a ridge where there was no way that 7-year-old kid was gonna be able to climb all the way up to that place unless somebody or something dropped them there.
Yep.
So it looked almost like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You couldn't even, like, I still can't believe you get shocked.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's super crazy. And he has I mean, if you guys haven't listened to him, he has a YouTube channel too, and he has books on the subject. He has a whole documentaries. You should definitely look into it. And people are like, oh, people go missing all the time. This isn't that, or people get
Yeah.
attacked by a bear. If someone gets attacked by a cougar or a bear, there's blood everywhere, torn
Yeah. It's a
clothes.
mess.
Yeah. This is some weird circumstances, and he has a set of criteria that makes it a missing 401 case, where it's just weird stuff like the search dogs. Some of them dogs stop, they won't even go look, and those dogs live for hunting for something. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's what they love doing. So
Hmm.
it's super weird, man. There's something going on out there. I don't know. People maybe walking into a portal, or someone opening a portal, or
Hmm. Let
UFOs
me
taking them, or I don't know, man.
let me ask you something, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Devil's Pass in Russia? What happened in Devil's Pass with a group of hikers?
Is that the one where they were like in the snow and
Mhm.
they got all mutilated or
They
whatever.
got, dude, it's crazy. These guys
Yeah,
were poster kids for college graduates. These were
yeah,
poster college kids, right? Like athletic, very skillful, smart, intelligent. Again, extremely talented people. They went on hiking, and I think it was a series of five people. And these kids were one of them was hanging. Their boots and their clothes were folded and put together very nicely, very military like, right? But
yeah,
their tents were scratched up as if something ripped them out of the tent from the outside. And I guess these kids ran away, and one of them was mutilated. The other one was hanging. The other one had like missing the skin was missing, hanging from the tree, etc., etc. But the thing is that after everything was said and done, they found radiation at the campsite, like strong radiation. So UFO, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, crazy fucking maybe MK Ultra fucking I don't know, dog. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
yeah, crazy
Something.
combination of yeah, absolutely. You mentioned something about portals also. Do you believe in witchcraft?
Yeah. I mean, I've never like experienced it to where it's like I know that's real, but if my thing is, if I see enough and hear enough and read enough evidence of
Mhm.
something, then there's got to be some truth to it. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
people are practicing witchcraft for thousands of years, they're doing it for a reason. You know what I mean?
hmm
So yeah,
hmm
I definitely believe in that stuff.
do you believe in maybe shape shifting creatures in the forest? Remember we were talking, we were messaging each other. I told you that probably the most dangerous thing in the forest is not going to be a cougar or a bear, which are deadly, but the most crazy shape shifting paranormal thing that you'll probably find in the forest is going to be residue from witchcraft. What do
Yeah,
you think on that? What's your take on that?
yeah. I think you might be right. Have you guys heard of the skinwalkers? Right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. So that Native Americans say that that's basically a form of witchcraft or bad medicine, where a human has kind of a curse, you might call it, and then they turn into a skinwalker, which can shapeshift and turn into animals and other things like that. So it's hard to wrap your head around, and know for certain, but again, there's so many cases of it in the long history of it that it's there's probably something to it. I've never seen that. I don't think I ever want to. I mean, it'd be
Mhm.
kind of cool if you could live through it, but I definitely believe that there's something to that. Yeah, definitely.
What do you have any other stories, bro? Can you share another intense story from your findings? What else have you found with these bipedal hairy creature?
Okay,
Do you-
so this was a couple years, well, probably like 4 years ago. I'm
Mhm.
in Bellingham, Washington, which is like way far north. Like basically, you can see Canada from there. And it's
Wow.
my wife's grandparents were helping them move, and they live like on 10 acres, like in the middle of nowhere,
Mhm.
um, just like farms and fields and stuff. And uh, there's like a forest right by their house, like in their yard, basically. So I'm like, I'm gonna go look for Bigfoot, of course, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, And so I go out there and I'm walking up, like half their property is like grass and then it goes into the forest.
Mhm.
But it's like long grass that's not cut, like a hay field type thing.
Mhm.
So I go up there and I go to like the tallest point in the yard and I saw what I assumed was like a kid Bigfoot or something, but it could
Uh-huh.
have could have been any kind of weird creature. It wasn't not a normal animal or anything. So
Uh-huh.
I saw this thing like on all fours. Like soon as I come up the hill, it basically saw me. It was like, oh shit, and darted down the hill into the forest line, which is like blackberries,
Mhm.
and it was like on all fours, like crawling, like an army crawl type thing. And
What?
so I saw its back,
Uh-huh.
and it was all hairy. And this thing, probably if it was standing up, it was probably like only like 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall, but
Uh-huh.
its back look. Do you remember? You seen Avengers with the raccoon dude?
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
you see when he like takes off his shirt or whatever, and he has that like kind of patchy, gross looking hair. It looked like
Uh-huh.
that. Um, and so it scurries down, but it was fast, bro. Like I'm talking like, you know how frogs move, kind of like animated, like they're almost robotic when they move their arms. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was like that, but super fast. It goes down in the forest, and I'm like, well, I should probably go walk after it, right?
Uh-huh.
So I go back into the forest, and I hear noises, but it could be anything, and just keep walking. And then I see this huge down tree, like 6 foot across tree, like huge, right? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is perfect. I can climb up this and stand on top of it. So I get up there, and something literally like 5 feet away from me in the bushes, forest, jumps up and just starts booking it like to the right. But I
Uh-huh.
did, and it was big, like made a huge sound, like if you were in the forest and an elk was sleeping and you scared it, they jump up and they run like
Uh-huh.
crazy. It was like that, but I couldn't, and I could, if there was something there that I could see, I would have saw it, but it was whatever it was either invisible or so fast that I I couldn't see it.
Dude, you probably saw Dogman.
Maybe, dude. I
Hey,
hope so.
possibly. Hey, hell yeah, definitely, definitely.
There's been encounters of Dogman about that same size, but they're more aggressive, right? These
Yeah,
animals, these creatures are a little bit more aggressive. They don't really run away, but towards you, actually.
yeah.
So, that's
But then
crazy, man.
what's weird, really weird though. So like a minute and a half later, I hear like 5 gunshots, like a couple properties down in the direction of whatever that was running.
What?
Now
Oh,
could have been a coincidence, but it was weird timing, bro. Like it
no
was,
such thing as coincidence, man.
yeah,
Yoda said that shit. I believe it.
yeah. It was it was
Wow.
it was weird. And uh there's there's Dogman, there's Bigfoot, and then there's people who, I don't know, even Dave Pilatus in the Missing 411, they talk about this kind of like the Predator guy on the movie Predator, who can
Okay.
kind of
Camouflage?
yeah, camouflage, turn invisible. There's a lot of people have reported that there's that type of creature. Not that it's a predator underneath, but with those capabilities. Even actually in the 411 documentary, they talk about it. Someone had a picture of it, dude, and so that's a possibility too. Or it just, I happened to miss it, but I don't see how I can miss something that big. And I was like standing above it to where I had a perfect view. It was,
Hmm.
dude, I was freaked out for sure.
If octopuses can do it, can shapeshift, not octopuses can shapeshift into any other animal, mimic the behaviors, and also change their colors to match their surroundings
Yep.
in the sea. What makes you think that these animals or any other animal can do the same thing on top of the earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I honestly, I've seen it now for myself. We had a previous special guest on the show that seen a Mothman on the Rumorosa in Mexico. We mentioned him. I mentioned this to you in the conversation we were having.
Yeah.
What the dude was driving down La Rumorosa in Mexico with his father and mother, and out of nowhere they saw it flew up and it hit the top of the vehicle, and it left scratch marks on
Oh
top of
my
the
God.
vehicle. Crazy stuff. And he said that it had eyes of an insect, it had like antennas, it had like a moth-like kind of chest, like with the little hairs, and the freaking wings look like bats, giant, the
Oh,
size of a
dude.
car. So very, very depictive. And these animals live amongst us. I've seen an Alf, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am not high. I was not high when I seen it. And I've shared this story once in an episode called Alf back in 2021. And it's something that I really saw. My mom told me the same thing that she used to see when she was younger. And I'm adopted. You can't even say this is genetics. This just happened to me. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's crazy, dude. So it's
Yeah.
really, I really believe that big feet, Bigfoots, I don't know how you say that plural, but Bigfoots are part of our reality. And there's a lot more interesting things around our life and around our surroundings that we can't see. Maybe because the veil, maybe because of the light, like I was mentioning before, maybe because we're not meant to see them or they hide from us very well. But there is something there. And like you said, if there's so many stories, so many myths behind it, like the Native Americans writing about these and living historical facts and stories behind, there must be some truth to it, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%. There's stuff out there that we have no idea, or the mainstream people have no idea. Me and you and the listeners, your listeners, we know what's up, but
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people have no clue.
And that's also the thing that now it's so mainstream that people are making a buck out of it. And
Yeah,
I'm not trying to bash on their hustle or anything, but like anything, right? People
yeah,
are selling divot boxes on eBay that are not necessarily the real ones. Or I've been to New Orleans a couple of times, they sell voodoo dolls and they just market this thing. It's just a money grab for people now. And
yeah.
even the Bigfoot community, there's a lot of division between the Bigfoot community and the cryptozoology. I'm definitely a fan of this stuff, man. Everything paranormal, paranoid, conspiracy stuff, all this crazy deep state, everything. I'm a big fan of all this stuff.
Me,
Yeah,
me,
man.
me too, man. I love it.
Yeah. All right, man. Nick, I want you to please share to the world, to our listeners, what is it that you do on these YouTube pages and how can they check out your stuff?
So right now it's Instagram and Backwoods Bigfoot, all one word, and the woods is with a Z instead of a S. So Backwoods Bigfoot on Instagram, and then same thing on YouTube, Backwoods Bigfoot. Um, and like you said, on my Instagram is a lot of art and stuff, and just some cool pictures and videos that I've done that I do. And then YouTube is more of like when I actually go out and film. And actually, for because this is dropping Wednesday, so I have a dope video that I'm going to put out on Wednesday,
Awesome.
where I found what I would call and what my homie that saw it said it looks like a Bigfoot nest, bro. So
What?
yeah,
Wait, you should have
No
started with
way,
that,
no
man.
way.
When you
Dude,
found a big wow. All right. So you guys gotta stay tuned to Backwoods Bigfoot on Instagram. You gotta share me that stuff, man. Share it to me as soon as you
I
can.
will. I
And
will.
yeah, and I'll
That,
post it up also, bro.
but that's just for you guys and for this show, man. So
Thank you, dude.
I wanted to do something special on the day, bro. So
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, bro. You're very humble and very generous. I really appreciate you doing that for us.
no problem, man. I'm excited, and thanks for having me on here, guys.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
anytime, brother.
yeah,
Anytime.
I gotta come back, dude.
Hey, you look, dude. If we could prepare a show with like a more detailed stuff that you want to bring in, hey, now you already got a feel for it. You know what you're getting yourself into, dude. By any means, you have an open door here. You know what it is. Helping each other out to grow. And I'm a sucker for all these stories. So, man, you're welcome to come back anytime.
Right on. Yeah, you gotta wait for the UFO stories, dude.
Yeah, definitely. That's something I'm really into as well. What's your take on that, man? I don't want to hold you any longer, but what's your take on that? You think these UFOs are gonna come out anytime soon? 2023, we're gonna have an abduction, a
I
real a
I,
rapture, a
I
real
part of me kind of hopes so because everything's just been so crazy and crappy lately. I was like, let's get the show on the road, man.
right.
Let's have an alien invasion or something, man.
That's the
But
only thing I'm waiting for that will probably give me some hope, bro.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
absolutely, man.
I can go hide out in the woods, so I'm good.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to share with our listeners, guys, you gotta check out his videos on YouTube. And no lie, the camera he uses is it picks up a lot of sound. So even when he's stepping, you can hear the cracks and the little noises of the birds and the snapping. He knows what he's doing. He goes and he records where the snap of the little branches are broken off. So you could tell if something tall was walking through there, and it's crazy, bro. Like, and then you found little teepees, little wood, he found bones. He even found a little ranch packet, guys. Look, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to sell stuff here, but it's really good video, really good content. Check them out at Backwoods Bigfoot on all together Backwoods Bigfoot with the Z at the end of woods on YouTube. Big Tank, let them know where they can find you.
You guys know the deal. Catch me at EKNAT626. Once again, EKNAT626. We appreciate it. Definitely stay tuned. Go check out the content, my people. Till next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a happy new year. I hope you guys enjoyed this year, enjoyed all our content this year. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode with Nick and all his crazy stories and our freaking crazy shenanigans. Guys, happy new year. Stay blessed. Do not drink and drive. Mad love. Check us out at paranoidradio.com and drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. Peace out, guys.
Till next time.
Peace.
Paranoid Radio.